burn my sausage. Got you feeling fine. Let me see. Why don't we change my stickers? Green screen. I might try a little green screen today. Oh, you are not playing around today. Morning, morning, morning. Good morning. What's up, RC? Happy Wednesday, y'all. All my breakfast buddies. Juice is back. I didn't believe it. Hey, Moses. I didn't believe it was going to happen. I will admit it. I did not think it was going to happen. But miracles happen every day. Miracles happen every day, y'all. Let me get my hash browns going real quick. Y'all gonna hear some sizzling, so hold on one second. Hold on. I thought it was fake news when I saw that first. Well, the clues were there, but I feel like sometimes we as fans read too much into stuff. And it's not always what we think it's going to be. And I just didn't want to fall into the trap and get my hopes up thinking she was coming back and she wasn't going to be coming back. But pleasantly surprised, Angel Reese is back. Not only with Unrivaled, she is back on Rose BC. Now, it would have been a gag had she come back to Unrivaled on another team. But we know that Angel was the first person chosen to be on Rose when they decided it was going to be a Rose team. Angel was first picked. So, of course, if she's going to come back, she's going to come back to her Rose team. So, her first game is February 20th. They play the Hive. That's probably going to be the most watched game that Unrivaled has had so far. And that's probably including Philly. Honestly, had they timed it right, that would have been a great way to reintroduce Angel back to Unrivaled through Philly. But, you know, it wasn't meant to be. Yeah, people say they saw Kai tweeting and she's been messing with Angel this whole time and sending emojis. And I kind of had a sneaking feeling when Candace kept bringing it up during the pre and post game and halftime when they were talking about who could the Rose possibly get. And she kept saying, well, Twitter keeps saying Angel. Twitter keeps saying Angel. Twitter keeps saying Angel. And I feel like if they didn't have an inkling that Angel was going to come back, Candace wouldn't have been bringing her name up. Also, I don't know if y'all remember. I need to go check. Somebody go check Stewie's, if y'all get threads. Go check Stewie's threads. Because a week ago or less, Stewie tweeted out that she had a secret. And everybody thought, oh, it's probably about the CBA. Then people thought, oh, it's about this trade business happening. But I wonder if the secret she had wasn't that Angel was coming back. Because if anybody knows that Angel's coming back, it would be her, Fee, and the owners of Unrivaled, because they're the ones that, handle contracts and all that other stuff. So I'm pretty sure that's what Stewie was talking about. We'll see. I don't know. Check the threads. If Stewie said anything that would indicate that's what she was talking about, we shall see. But yeah, it's very interesting. And you're right. You're right. 10th power, that I'm sorry, fourth power, T to the fourth power, that she did release those rose dust colorways, which is a pretty color. And I always felt it was a nod to Rose team. She just wasn't playing for them. But that was also an indicator. Um, I don't want to miss anybody. Hey, Rose. Hey, Moses. I know RC is here. T to the fourth power. Dan Roy. Hold on a second. 1 second. I forgot to do this. I forgot to do this. Oh my gosh, I'm hitting everything. Sorry, I hit the wrong button, so the live commentary button messed up. Um, but yeah, Angel is back on Team Rose, and it's going to be an exciting time. It's going to be super exciting. She's playing against the Hive, which is funny because Hive is the team that Z Azare got traded to. So not only is Azare going to be playing her former team in Rose, that is Angel's debut game, and she's having to play against pretty much Angel, who was her teammate last season. So we shall see how everything goes. RC says people say it was needed because Unrivaled was struggling. Any truth to Unrivaled struggling, Jay? I don't know the numbers enough. Um, I will say this. I don't think Unrivaled was struggling, but Angel, I mean, I would say by far. Hey, go outside. Angel is probably their biggest draw. Angel was very popular last season, and for her to have the season that she had, plus win Defensive Player of the Year, I think she made first team, all Unrivaled and all that. So she's a very popular player, very effective player, and she carries a lot of weight. So whether they were struggling or not, I don't think it was more of a thing like, oh, please come back. I just think it's a blessing that they have her back because yes, now people are, people are already trying to buy up tickets. People trying to get into the building. People now saying they're going to be watching. So it's only a benefit to have her with Unrivaled. So, yeah, to me, Unrivaled's numbers are kind of skewed because they started on a Tuesday in the afternoon. It was in the middle of other stuff going on, college games and some other stuff happening. I don't watch all the other sports, so I think football or something was on or something, some kind of playoffs or whatever. You have all that going on. So yeah, your numbers aren't going to be as high in the middle of a work day, as opposed to a debut season that happened on a Friday. I believe it happened on a Friday, right? That happened on a Friday, after everybody's off work with nothing really is going on. You know what I'm saying? And so, but they already said their tickets have increased, their attendance has increased. Obviously, they have a bigger arena now, but tickets have increased, merch numbers have increased. They are set to make, is it 40 million? 40 million in revenue. That surpasses what they thought they was going to make. This was happening this year. So I don't know about struggling. I think people are taking some of their numbers and it's kind of being skewed. I think they're in a good shape for year two. But Angel being there now takes it up a whole nother level. Dan Roy says, Angel is all about her bag. I was thinking maybe she didn't start the season because she was booked and would have been traveling to and from Unrivaled, so she put her bookings out of the way first, so now she can focus on Unrivaled. I mean, that's what I always thought. I had a feeling Angel wasn't going to be coming to Unrivaled because I remember her talking about all the stuff that she was going to be doing. I knew like she hadn't announced it yet about modeling. I thought it was going to be for Savage Fenty, but it ended up being Victoria's Secret. But her walking in that, getting ready for that, and then she had her tour for her shoes that she's doing now, and it's kind of like opposite of Sabrina Ionescu, because y'all know when she got picked last season, she came late. It was early in the season, but still late. She wasn't there when they started. And then she kept leaving because she had obligations she was doing with Nike. And then she ended up leaving early. So it was like her season she really wasn't doing much. So I think Angel had a conversation with them like, I got a lot of obligations. She shot a TV show, she shot a movie. She was doing modeling, she was doing her shoe tour, she was being a wag. She had a lot going on, and I'm pretty sure she was working out as well. I mean, I don't think the basketball ever left her hand. So I think she just had obligations that she said, I'm not going to be able to do it this year. But if I can come later, if that's an option, maybe we'll revisit it. And it just so happens the opportunity presented itself, and she was able to come back. So yeah, she can focus on Unrivaled. She's also, it's rumored, and I think she kind of gave clues to she might be involved in, USA basketball in their, I want to say it's prelims, pre-qualifiers that's going to be in, hey, outside. Nope, out. Sorry, y'all. My dog needs to go outside. Get outside. Go. No. Go. Sorry. The pre-qualifiers in Puerto Rico, their last game, she said on one of her lives or something that she was going to be busy doing stuff and basketball up until March. Did she say March 18th or March 17th? And if you look at the schedule for the pre-qualifiers, I think it ends on the 17th or 18th. So I think she's going to do Unrivaled, get herself in some good playing shape, and then after Unrivaled is over, go straight to USA basketball during these pre-qualifiers. And then she's just, I guess, chilling because we don't know if it's going to be a season or not for the W. Hold on. Y'all, I am old. Moses says she's going to take the offense off of Chelsea. The offense load, for sure. Shakira is kind of helping with that. They need defense. And who better to have back on your team than the defensive player of the year? So yeah, they are getting a great gift in Angel coming back. Thing is, they got to figure out how it's going to work because they're already struggling with the personnel that they have. Angel is amazing, but Angel ain't the end all be all. Like, you can't put all that on her and be like, fix it. You know what I'm saying? That's a whole nother Chicago situation. You know what I'm saying? So they got Anola, and her coaching people have to figure out how they're going to incorporate her and then what's going to work, because they're struggling right now. They have good pieces. You have Kalia Copper, Chelsea Gray, Shakira Austin is doing well. Lexi is up and down, but she sacrifices her body for whatever. You have Haley Jones now because Suge Sutton is hurt. So how are you going to incorporate all that to make it work when the player that you're bringing back was used to, a Chelsea, a Slim, Azare, that rotation with Lexi, and now you got Ka back, you got Shakira Austin, you got Haley Jones, you don't have Z, you don't have Slim. So it's going to be interesting. Also, there was like people were hobbling last game. So hopefully we still have Chelsea playing because Chelsea looked like she tweaked her ankle. It looked like Lexi tweaked her ankle. Shakira was limping a little bit. So we don't really know what the Rose is going to look like come February 20th. But I think if anybody can help this team and get them on the right track, it's having Angel there. Having Angel there is better than not having her there. Let me just say that. They just got to figure out how it's going to work. And they only have 3 more games in the regular season left to play, 3 or 4 left to play in the regular season. And then they go into the playoffs. So can they figure it out and make it work so it's beneficial where they can get themselves back into the finals, if not win? Now, if they win this thing again, give Angel MVP. I'm just saying, I don't care how many games she played. If they win this thing again, Angel is finals MVP, Angel is league MVP, Angel is defensive player. Give her all the things because ain't no way. If they win this thing, Angel needs to be crowned queen of Unrivaled because that would be a crazy turnaround. What's up, Keisha? Hold on, I got to get this up real quick and then I'll read your comment. Okay, sorry. Ooh. I'm too old for that. Keisha says, good morning, Jay. Spot, have you noticed all the haters who always coming down on Angel, but now is the biggest supporter of Shador? Why can't they show Angel love? People like Angel and Shador, I don't want to say they thrive off their haters, but they thrive off the tears of haters. Whatever a hater throws at them, they take it and they achieve more, especially Angel. They have hated on this girl for so long, so many years, and she has gotten win after win after win after win. Whether it's her brand, whether it's her personal growth as a mogul, whether it's her personal growth with her game, whether it's her winning championships with Unrivaled, defensive player, top of the list, averaging a double-double, the most in WNBA history, the first to have a career average of a double-double in the WNBA. All these accolades, all these things that she's doing, they can continue to hate, but they can't stop it because every time they do, something else drops where she's winning. And it's the same with Shador. So, hey, I just look and laugh. They can hate all they want to. Dan Roy says, if they win again, that means she takes them from a below 500 team to a championship team. Yep. That's what I'm saying. I don't want to put all the pressure on Angel to do anything but come and play basketball and hopefully help her team, be successful. But if they win this thing again, crown her, please. Crown her, please, because she deserves. And nobody can deny it. Hey, Bo. Y'all, I'm also making my breakfast like I usually am on Wednesday mornings. Before I go to work, I'll be at work all day. I will not be able to watch the one-on-one live, but Cess will be live. I think she says she's going live at 6:30. So y'all can keep it with her and watch it. I'm gonna try to jump into the chat if I can while I'm at work tonight. But thank y'all for joining me today. Bo says the Breeze is winning the championship. They very well may win. You know what I'm saying? Breeze is my other team that I picked this year. I picked Rose and I picked Breeze. So I'm not mad at it. I'm just saying if Rose does win after Angel coming back, give her all of her things because she deserves. But it's some good contenders though. I mean, Breeze and Rose are my team, but Laces are solid. Misty's are making a good run. I think either of those teams can win the championship this season. I think Stewie is very determined to make up for what was going on with her last season, and she's ready to get her crown. So we'll see. My girl Paige, love her. Let me see what this. Yep, let the haters keep fueling the fire. Let me see. Hold on. Now, can I? That's not what I wanted. No, well, let me do it. I was trying to make a poll. When you feel that's shopping. No, well, let me do it. Anyway, very exciting news. So happy to see her back in action. Not gonna lie, it's been we've really missed her. At least I have. I miss seeing her play. Keisha says, hey, great benefactor. Keisha says, why Candace don't like Angel? I feel like Candace is just using Aaliyah to get to Angel. I don't know, and I'll be honest, I don't care about Candace and what she does and who she likes and doesn't like. It, you know. I think I don't know, I just don't think about her a lot. I think Candace is very not strategic. What's the word? I feel like she wants to ruffle feathers. You know what I'm saying? I don't know the word for that. I feel like she wants to say things that's going to get people riled up because she is hell bent on being able to talk about basketball. She's been saying this for a long, long time, years. 6 to 7 years ago, she was saying how she wants to be able to talk about women's basketball in a way where you don't have to worry about people's feelings getting hurt and things of that nature if you say something about somebody or a team, or you feel like you have to be protective over people and you can't criticize their game or anything like that. So I think she's hell bent on trying to be that person. I think what she's failing to see is that some of her thoughts may be biased because she doesn't have the same smoke for everybody like she does certain people. And one main person is Angel. And you can be critical of her game. You definitely can. You can dissect her game. You can say you don't like certain things that she does, and it may be things you don't want to give her the credit for. And that's fine. Everybody has an opinion. That's what they want to do. But if you want to be this truth teller and you want to be able to speak freely about women's basketball and say that you want to be fair across the board and be able to freely talk about the ups and downs and without somebody coming at you, then you got to talk about everybody. And that just hasn't been the case that I've seen. I don't think she talks about everybody in the same way, and I'm just going to leave it at that. Other than that, I don't really listen to her. It's just one of those things where I see her on TV. I watch the post and pregame, but outside of that, I ain't really checking for her like that. Candace is what she's done for the game is amazing, and I leave it at that. Her personal opinions or whatever else, I've learned to kind of shut it off the same way I shut it off about Stephen A. Smith or anybody else, any other commentators that talk that I really don't want to hear what they have to say, like a Charles Barkley, which they're just going to complain regardless. So I don't give energy to it. Um, hold on. Bo says, Jay, I think Letitia would beat Boston. I'm here. Okay. LA could be Boston. She is only 6'5". She is 6'5". Know all of Boston moves because they played in South Carolina before together. And Letitia has handles, nice moves in the basket. She is a shot blocker. I mean, that's going to be a good matchup. I mean, it ain't going to be AT Aaliyah Boston caliber of matchup because everybody wanted to see that. I'm not really sure what happened where AT decided she didn't want to play. I don't know if she got injured or she just said, I don't want to do it no more. I don't know. But we're gonna see what this LA and AB Gamecock on Gamecock matchup is gonna be. We'll see how that goes. I mean, it'd be good to see LA. I mean, we ain't seen her do nothing else, and then you gonna throw her in a 1v1. That's crazy. And how crazy would it be for LA to not be seen any other time but the 1v1, and then she beats Aaliyah Boston? That's crazy. That would be crazy. Moses says, I skipped the whole WNBA 2025 WNBA season, so I've missed Angel a lot. I can't wait to see her play again. Yeah, it's going to be fun just to have her out there. Just to have her out there on the court. I just think she's good TV. I think she's entertaining for the players for the people that are there live watching it. I think she's an exciting player to watch. And yeah, I think it's all around good. It's nothing bad by having Angel back. I mean, look at all the excitement that is happening as we speak. Just because people are saying, just because it was announced that she was back. And I probably will say this. I think Stewie did mean Angel when she said, I have a secret. Because they have this whole little production they put on with Cobb boxing up the jersey and putting roses in it and putting belts in it and all this other stuff. I really think that they already had that. They had that plan once they knew that she said, yeah, she was coming back. T to the fourth power says she doesn't criticize Cece. That's the point that I was making. She doesn't do that for everybody. Keisha says, well, she always bragging on Cece. Bo says, Candace is snobby. I swear she has Miss Karen syndrome going on. I don't know. I can't put my finger on what her deal is. Like I said, I don't put a lot of energy into Candace and what she does. Honestly, I don't even really pay attention to her unless I have to. If I'm watching Unrivaled and she's on it, then yeah. But outside of that, I don't know. I don't really pay attention. And I'm a Candace Parker fan. Yeah, basketball, Candace, I enjoy. I liked. I had watched her since she was in college. I knew of her because she was dating Sheldon from Duke, and Duke was my favorite team at the time. So I followed her career, and she was on the Sparks, which was my WNBA team. She played with my GOAT, Lisa Leslie. So I know about Candace. I've always enjoyed watching her play when I did get to see her play. Um, but, opinions are different. I just don't give her the time of day, is what Dan Roy said. White Wolf says, same. I don't listen to her show or interviews ever. Moses says, what are your thoughts on Rakia's situation? All I'm going to say is that I'm praying for Rakia, that she is okay, that she is being taken care of, that she's safe. I know that what happened probably was very traumatic for her, and we don't know if that was the worst or the least worst thing that has happened since they've been together. We don't know. And I'm just going to leave it at that. I don't want to be one of those people that's like, I don't know. I know people want to report what's going on, but it just is a little, it's slightly cringy to me to talk about it. Like, I don't know. It's just, and I see all the videos, like people racking up likes and getting revenue and stuff from, their viral tweets, some of these people that report on that. And I just feel like that's kind of, is a little cringy for me to like, for you to use that content for that, even though that may not be your intention. That's kind of what's happening. So I don't really want to talk about it other than to say I support Rakia. I hope she's okay. I don't know if she'll be back to Unrivaled. I hope to see her back, but I understand if she doesn't come back because he seems unhinged. And I know from certain situations that people close to me have been in that sometimes these people don't stop until they get what they want. And I just feel like it might be safer for her not to be an Unrivaled because her schedule is out there. You know where she's going to be at what time. And I just don't trust him being free, um, that she's safe. But whatever she wants to do, she's going to do. She has my full support. But that's all I'm going to say about that. I just hope she's okay. And I stand behind her 100%. And hopefully we get to see her play basketball. And if we don't, we don't. You know what I'm saying? So her safety and her well-being is the most important thing. And so, hopefully we'll have a season this season in the W. Maybe, maybe not. We get to see her play for LA if she doesn't come back to Unrivaled, but we don't know. But her safety and her privacy or whatever, she has it. You know what I'm saying? That's her thing to do, and I ain't got nothing to do with it. And I don't really want to talk about too much about it. Bo says it could happen. What could happen? Dan Roy says, I was shocked when I heard about the Rakia situation. Yeah, I think we all were. Bo says, Parker has game. I love her game, but everyone can't be like you. Enjoy what a person brings to the table. Yep. White Wolf says he needs to go to jail. He definitely does. Bo says prayers to Rakia. Miss Jackson, sue him for everything he's got. Start filing those papers. Miss D, what's going on? Hey, J Spot, I hope Rakia is okay. Bo says women have to start leaving these abusive men, broken, dusty, sue them. I mean, listen, first of all, leaving is easier said than done. And I think if not specifically you, but if a person hasn't been in that situation, you really can't speak on it and know that it's that easy because it's not. I did a full research on battered women syndrome. That's a whole thing. And it's just not always easy for women to leave abusive situations for various reasons. But in this situation, she's not with him. She wasn't around him. He came to her. So saying, for her to to tell her, and I'm not saying to you directly, but to tell her to leave the situation, she should leave the situation. She had left the situation. She was in a whole nother city and state. He came to her. So, it's not always easy. It's not easy. Moses says he's not broke. He's an NFL player. He's definitely broke mentally to crash out like that. Bo says sue them, take them to court, sue them. Sue them, yes, but your life is at stake. I mean, if it's between life and death, I don't really care about no money that I can get. I want to be alive and I want to be safe. So suing them ain't really going to do much. And especially if they're broke, what is suing them going to do? Nothing. They need to be held accountable for what they're doing. They need to be locked up and not let out in regular society. And then they need some sort of therapy or counseling or something to get them on the straight and narrow so they can work on themselves and figure out why they feel like they need to have some kind of dominant power over somebody else. That's what they need to do. Suing them ain't gonna really do anything. We're not talking about we're not talking about some mogul that owes you money for a movie or a song or something like that. We're talking about people's lives. So I don't think suing them really is going to do much. You can press charges and hope that they take it to court and they find him guilty and then he's away from you for good. But suing them ain't gonna really do much. Miss D says, oh wait, hold on. Keisha says, I seen some podcasts that people are blaming her. Yeah, people are gonna do that. It gets them clicks. Everybody thinks everything is an opportunity to, be viral. And just in life, people are horrible. There's people that are very horrible, and they're always going to blame the victim because it surely can't be the perpetrator's fault. It surely can't be the fault of the guy. They just wait until that person does something to that person, and then they say, "Oh man, that was crazy. Why did he do that?" Well, I thought you said it was her fault. You've been on his side this whole time. You know what I'm saying? So there's going to be people that do that. Facts. I want my life. Yeah. I don't care about suing, and even getting a what do you call those things? Stay away order, the restraining order. Do you know how many? Y'all should Google how many people have died with a restraining order. I know somebody who had a restraining order and then got stabbed like 10 times. A piece of paper is not going to stop a crazy person from doing what they want to do. They have to be off the street and away from society. So that's why I say suing them. You follow the steps. Yes, you want to follow the steps, and so justice can be on your side. But ultimately, them being away from you and away from everybody else is the best method, because she did do the right thing. She got the restraining order, and then he came and attacked her. He didn't care about going to jail with that paper. That paper didn't stop that knife from going into her. Well, I guess I probably shouldn't say all that on YouTube. I don't want to get flagged, but it happens. So we gotta watch out about that. But they lock them up. They come out and they get you. They put them in jail, throw away the key. Or Rakia has to sue him. Rakia doesn't have to sue him. The state, he hit a police officer. She went to the police. She made the report. Now it's on them to do it. She did what she had to do. I think suing, I think you're using the wrong word or the wrong terminology. Suing is not going to do anything. She made her report. She went to the police. She has evidence. They have to investigate. He has been charged now with 5 felonies. So it's her work. Her work is done. There's nothing else she can do. Now you say suing him. The only thing she can do is come back and sue him civilly, but that's just for money. And again, what is money going to do when her life is on the line. So I think you're using the wrong terminology. He's been charged. So what she did is done. She went to the police, she made the report, they have the charges, and now he goes to court, and it's up to a judge on if they're going to pursue it or not. And the NFL definitely will give him a second chance because no one cares about domestic violence, not the NBA, not the NFL, not most sports places besides the WNBA. Do y'all remember Raquana Williams? Probably not. She got into a domestic violence situation and she was snatched away from the Aces so fast. We ain't heard from her since. She's not in the league at all. That's the only league that will take any of that stuff seriously. The NBA is like, oh, you beat your girl? Okay, we'll just send you to another team. How about that? Oh, you beat your girl in the NFL? Give them a raise. Send them to the best team in the league. So no, they don't care. Yeah. Hey, big girl. Yeah, that happened. That happened in 2000, 2022. Was it before or after they won the championship? I want to say it was 2000. It might have been 2023. I can't remember, but yeah, she was on the team. They came and arrested her, and we ain't heard from her since. But y'all, I am on the clock. I got to eat my breakfast, get ready for work. And so I'm going to go ahead and end this live. I thank y'all for hanging with me. But the reason we are here, she is back. Angel Reese is back with the Rose, back with Unrivaled. Can she help turn their season around? We shall see. You tune in on February 20th, where she has her first game. They will play against Hive. Hive is the second worst team in the league, but they have some life to them. They now have Azure. We'll see how that fits. It should be a really, really good game. So shout out to Unrivaled. Shout out to Angel for bringing so much basketball joy back into our lives because we need it. It's been a heavy week. It's been a heavy week. It's been a heavy last few days. And this news is really lifting everybody's spirits. At least it's lifting mine. I'm so excited. I can't wait to see her play on February 20th. And yeah, go Rose. Rosebuds, we are up. All right. I'll talk to y'all later. Y'all have a great day. Those are going to watch the replay game, drop those comments down below. Let me hear what you think. I'll talk to y'all later. Happy Wednesday. Peace out, y'all.